All right, it's Wednesday, November 20th. I'm buying some SPY 595 puts here at 746. This is on the 1 minute chart that moved below the pre-market lows here. You can see that, and I watched it closely as it kind of moved down to start the session. And then it had this pause bar and continued lower, so I jumped into the puts here. We'll see if that 15-minute chart closes strongly red and follows through lower. What I described yesterday on the daily chart was we had a 3 bar to the upside, which looks strongly green, but all that is in the very short run is just lower lows and higher highs and broadening action on this. So you kind of expected it, to kind of hold in the midpoint of this and then continue higher if it was going to really follow through higher. Instead, we get a pretty strong open to the downside, which is almost, at this point, at the halfway point of that bar right out of the gates here. So I'm going to play that weekly chart that I've kind of monitored with the red, low down here that I expected to be taken out. Still has a chance to do that. Obviously, we have the key reference point of the open of the week. I want to see if we get down there and turn the weekly chart back to red. We're kind of doing that or moving that way now. So it almost looks like this type of price action after moving down for 5 days is just consolidating in here and wants to make another push lower into this gap, just given this weak opening price action. So that's kind of what I'm going with. We'll see if that 15-minute chart holds red, follows through lower, gets below the purple line to set the weekly chart red, and ultimately, kind of works its way down towards that weekly low that I expected it to hit. Just missed it yesterday, but we still have time to get there and work into that gap. At that point, if this should happen, then we'll see what happens in this gap in terms of either continuing much further lower, or is that a support area on kind of a 1, 2, 3 move down that eventually reverses to the upside. But that's, down the road type of stuff to look at. For now, the 15-minute chart is still holding red. I want to see if that continues. Again, I bought it on that 1 minute kind of continuation, just anticipating this 15-minute chart holds red and follows through lower. But we'll see, are we going to hold the halfway point of this green bar and eventually move up? We'll find out, if that happens, then maybe we're moving higher. But for now, I just kind of like the scenario where the weekly chart and this double bottom here with all the stops that might be in here could be taken out on kind of higher highs. And if we can just get a little lower here, then lower lows, into this gap down here. So that's what I'm playing. Just give an opening price action. We'll see where it goes for the rest of the morning.